And hello and welcome to our live webcast special Forewarned Monsoon 2017. I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Brode. The storm alert is at extreme for lots of reasons. Number one, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning. Hurricane warnings now stretch all the way from just south of Houston, really through Corpus Christi. That looks to be the focal point to see that very dangerous storm surge and the most in the way of winds. This morning, our average low 69, 8 degrees below average. We're talking about now temperatures going up about 15 degrees above average. 6:45 is how long this flash flood warning will stick around for the northwest side of town. That includes places like Picture Rocks and Marana. Trend for tonight will bring the 80s in by about 9 o'clock, 70, so even 72 at 2 o'clock in the morning, so feeling pretty comfortable. This fresh off the press today, third wettest July on record, and now this just came out, the wettest monsoon to date on record, since records have been kept. Yeah, and we still have a couple more months. You can just go to your local hardware store and buy some insulation tape. It's only a couple bucks, and it only takes a couple minutes. All you gotta do is wrap it around. That simple, Allison. I thought one of the coolest things, Bill, was that a lot of the students that should have been in school today, their parents actually took them out. And I think, you know what? Why not for this experience? Because it's going to be 7 years till we see another one. I don't need a prize, but thank you so much.
Yeah, okay.
I told you overall, you got nothing on me, buddy. I'm not exactly a cowboy, but producer Faye is a cowgirl. So I think the rule is what? You got to stand for 7 seconds, Zach? 8 seconds. 8. All right, let's do this. 8 seconds. 75, Steve, is a good score. So here we go. Let's see. Wind up. Oh, pathetic. All right, we are back here at the University of Arizona for Greek or Treat, and I'm with gentlemen of Sigma Phi Epsilon. Hey, John, one thing we know, it's been warm here for sure, and that has really piqued some of our allergies. Christy's usually the worst. You're okay.
I'm doing all right.
Actually, you and I battle for the worst, but now I think
we
John.
do, but John, I think, is the worst.
My eyes are
Your
just
eyes
on
are
fire.
Well, I can give you about a 3-minute reprieve. How about that?
Take 3.5.
3.5. I don't know if the producer Adrian's going to allow that, and Paul for sports, but we'll do our best and talk about the sneeze meter because it is a jumping up there for the next 4 days. We're going to keep that anywhere from, that's really high. It doesn't get much higher than it is. I could put numerics on there, but overall, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be high. Usual suspects, mulberry, juniper, ash, some of the strongest things in our skies over the last several, days and even weeks. I mean, not only have we been just kind of above average for the last week or so, we've been just at times historically above average. We have broken a few records, not today. The record to break today would have been, 95 degrees. So we were 91, but still well above our average high, which is now 74 this time of year, 95 in Yuma. I just got a 2-minute cue. Sorry, John. You get 2 more minutes. 72, room temperature at Tucson International Airport. Dew points at 27. Our relative humidity at 19%. Winds out of the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour. Most of the city of Tucson into the 60s to low 70s, but still, check this out, mid-70s out there out Gates Pass toward the Desert Museum. And the rest of Cochise and Santa Cruz County, I mean, it's comfier down in Bisbee if you like things on the cool side. 57 for you. It's 52 in Sonoyta. Trend for tonight, we're going to keep the 60s around most of the night, early Friday morning hours, and then maybe we eke into the upper 50s by about 5, 6 a.m. for the cooler spots. But by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, already back to the mid-60s. And yes, we do top off into the low 90s again, and that's not going to be even the hottest day of the week. Hottest stuff comes on Saturday. That's when we're tracking a record that has stood for 110 years. So this is some pretty intense heat for our standards. All right, let's show you the setup. High pressure still in charge. That really hasn't moved much over the last several weeks. Low pressure now in the Gulf of Alaska, starting to get things a little bit more interesting as we transition into next work week. Snow showers moving through sections of eastern Minnesota, Wisconsin, so winter not done with yet. Coldest air in the country by far across the northern tier states, and really east of the Mississippi River is where we saw the coldest temps. High pressure, again, just kind of wiggling east, west, north, south, but overall not wiggling enough to cool us down very much. But again, that will change likely as we start to see a series of storms set up shop over the Pacific Ocean. It's been a little while. California's getting a break from that historic winter that they had. All right, upper 50s to low 60s for your nighttime lows. Sunny and very warm tomorrow. Daytime highs into the low 90s. So a hot one for, still winter technically. 83 Bisbee, 86 in Tombstone. And let's break down your St. Patty's Day forecast. 92, there's your record that's 110 years old. 95 in the forecast, 95. Then we gradually cool down Sunday, but still 93. Spring starts, can you believe it, on Monday, 91. Second day of spring, we're back to the 80s for the first time in about a week. Third day of spring, 20% chance of showers, windy, back to the 70s. Fourth day of spring, low 70s, nighttime lows in the upper 40s. Can't figure this stuff out. I'm just going to tell you the forecast because it sometimes just makes no sense.
No. But it's keeping you on your toes.
It sure
You like that.
It always does.
Yeah. All right.
Check it out. This is the coastal town of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, about 70 miles north of Boston. You can see just oodles of snow coming down, piling up with the yardsticks, as they say out there, because it's going to be more than 12 inches, so you're going to have to forget about the rulers to measure that. Certainly a snow day tomorrow. There's the latest from the nor'easter. You can see still coming down across portions of Maine. Heavy snow. We call these nor'easters. Well, not because they originate in the nor'east, because the wind around this area of low pressure, it's a very cold, icy wind, and that's driving out of the northeast. Our problems pale in comparison. Just some pesky allergens out there. Mulberry, cottonwood, ash pine. Yeah, we're not talking about anything in the way of snow. We are talking about these being in the moderate to high range for the next several days. All right, live look down Broadway Boulevard just after 10 o'clock at night. It's 69, very warm outside. 37's a dew point, winds out of the west at 5 miles per hour. And here we are sitting into the mid to upper 60s this late at night on a early March evening. That's pretty warm. 57 Sonoyta, 56 in Wilcox. And here's the plan for the rest of tonight. I mean, it's going to be 60s all the way through, I think, at least 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. So forget about your cool start on your Wednesday because it's not going to be cool. Part of the reason why temperatures going to not fall so much, these clouds starting to race in from the southwest as we watch an area of low pressure off the coast of California, bringing some much needed rain, some Sierra Nevada mountain snow. This will brush us, pick up our winds a little bit late tomorrow night, and give us a slight chance of showers. That's about it. This is tomorrow morning when you wake up, 9 a.m. Well, if you can sleep in. Maybe you're up before then. But Wednesday, 9 p.m., we see a couple of showers across southeastern Arizona. They could linger into about Thursday morning before this is said and done. But behind this front, we will see a cooler air mass in place. All right, nighttime lows 50s tonight with those daytime highs into the low 80s. We'll go with a 20% chance of evening showers, daytime highs into the 70s for Cochise and Santa Cruz County. And here's that 7-day forecast. 20% chance tomorrow, cooler Thursday, Friday, 70s, low 70s. Then a secondary disturbance moves through St. Patty's Day and Sunday. Breezes pick up again. Nighttime lows into the 40s, daytime highs only into the upper 60s. Now, I got to give my sister some credit. She spent the last 15 years in La Jolla, California, and now she's north of Boston. So, you know, in all fairness, she did a pretty good job.
Yeah, that's a big transition.
Yeah, it is.